Round 2. The rematch.
That was Lee Westwood Saturday with a rematch brewing against Bryson DeChambeau for a second consecutive Sunday. Those two in the final grouping. This time, trying to win the Players' Championship. Bryson DeChambeau won the Arnold Palmer a week ago over Westwood. 17th hole, all quiet now, but it featured more drama once again, and quite frankly, it decided this golf tournament, or at least a chance at the golf tournament for one of the competitors. Hello, everyone, and welcome live at TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra. I'm Brent Martineau. They did it. The Players' Championship 2021 is in the books, and it was well done by everyone on the PGA Tour here at the Players, and, of course, from PGA Tour headquarters. A year ago, they only got one round in, and then a year after the pandemic struck, we had golf back in Ponte Vedra. Beautiful weather, some pretty good drama, and one of the biggest names in the sport carries the trophy home for the first time. Justin Thomas is your 2014 Players' Champion. Let's check out some of the drama that happened around 16, 17, and 18 late in the day, and that's when Justin Thomas birdied the 16th hole, got to 14 under par, so he's one ahead of Lee Westwood. Westwood pars 16, but he bogeys the 17th hole, so now it's a two-shot advantage for Justin Thomas. Thomas just has to get home and par, but Thomas almost pulled his drive. He backed off with a 3-5 wood and almost hit it into the water, got a fortunate bounce, and he carries that fortuitous hop to the trophy because he would make par. Lee Westwood does birdie the 18th hole, but it didn't matter. Justin Thomas, your 2021 Players' Champ.
It's a tournament I've wanted to win, a tournament that I truly did feel like I was going to win at some point, and hopefully multiple times. I love the golf course. It's just a great test of golf. I mean, that's why it's a Players' Championship, and I tried to stay patient. Today it was about trying to get into position and then hang on from there.
And we haven't really even talked about what he did on the weekend. 64 Saturday, 68 Sunday. What a way to bring it home. And Thomas had been struggling a little bit on the weekends in recent tournaments. Not here at TPC Sawgrass. Justin Thomas, your Players' Champion after a wild weekend. Once again, 8 under on Saturday, 4 under to take it home at 14 under par by one shot ahead of Lee Westwood. All right, let's bring in Action Sports Jack's Dan Hicken right now. And Dan, they did it. What a tournament it was. Maybe not as much drama on 18, but we certainly got it on 16 and 17, and one of the big names in the sport, Justin Thomas, getting a win. Quite frankly, all the guys at the top of the board I think would have been good stories, Dan, whether it was Bryson DeChambeau getting his first Players or Lee Westwood finally winning a big one.
Yeah, happy for Justin Thomas. Kind of found myself rooting for Westwood. I mean, the guy's 47 years old, Brent, and he can't seem to win that big tournament. You know, he's only won 2 PGA Tour events, but this was about Justin Thomas. And, you know, one thing, Brent, the stadium course rewards are ball strikers, and this guy was the best ball striker over the weekend. Remember, after 27 holes, this kid wasn't even going to make the cut. And then he caught fire, and he played how great he is. You got to understand this about Justin Thomas. 14 career tournament victories at the age of 28. That joins Woods and Nicklaus. You know, it's pretty good company right there. So Justin Thomas playing great golf this weekend. You talked a little bit about what he did on Saturday and Sunday, and he just was able to make it happen, Brent. And I thought in the end, the best golfer, the guy in control today, won the Players. And it's another big name for the Players, man. It's a tough course to win if you don't have your A game.
Yeah, and I think that was the case, Dan, today with Lee Westwood and Bryson DeChambeau. A little rocky start there, and it opened the door for someone like Justin Thomas. I mean, you could have easily shot 2 or 3 under if you're Lee Westwood, and you walk away and run away maybe with the Players' Championship trophy. But I hear you. I think could have been a feel-good story for Westwood, but Justin Thomas, an absolute monster of a name in the sport, and it seems like a lot of the big-time players eventually win the Players' Championship. Justin Thomas gets it done. Dan, as we send it back to you for more of the highlights, once again, this course played spectacular, and TPC Sawgrass, always the star of the show.
No doubt. And give an assist to the weather as well, Brett. We'll get back to you in just a minute. And before we jump into some more highlights, let me say this about Justin Thomas. Tough couple of months, right? I mean, think about everything that he's been through, including the loss of his grandfather. Justin Thomas hadn't been playing his best golf, but he is so talented. When he finds it, he can really find it, and that's what he did today.
Couple swings I wish I could have back today. Just a couple sloppy bogeys on the front, but nice to make around on the back 9. I was trying to make birdies, and I was aiming at flags. Proud of the way I played 17 and 18, and just came up short.
Hats off to Justin. He played incredible golf in the back nine, and something I'll definitely learn from moving forward. Obviously, the way Justin played, amazing golf. I just got to figure out how to be more consistent off the tee, more consistent on my putting.
The mad scientist will go back to work. Let's take a look at the board. And there it is. Justin Thomas at 14 under par. Lee Westwood, one shot back, did roll in that bird on 18, and that was worth about $750,000. So not a bad consolation prize. But, of course, he wants to win so desperately. Harman and DeChambeau both at -12. Taylor Gooch out of nowhere at -11. Paul Casey, one of the great check cashers on tour, at 11 under as well. Connors finished at -10. Lowry had a good day today. Serge, after that opening round, 65, 7 under, only goes one more under over the next 54 holes. Siwoo Kim, who's won here before, plays well here, finished at -8 and in a tie with Garcia. Close again for Lee Westwood at 47, seemingly out of chances. Or is he? Stuart Weber now with more on Westy.
For a second straight week, it was oh so close for Lee Westwood. He finished runner-up to Bryson DeChambeau a week ago at Bay Hill, and now a runner-up finish to Justin Thomas. That is two of the best golfers in the world, by the way, and this 47-year-old is going toe-to-toe with some of the best players in the world on the PGA Tour.
Go Lee, one for the old guys.
Everybody keeps telling me how old I am, and I'm 48 in a month's time, and I'm still out here contending for tournaments, and it's just a joy to be involved and still playing well and being able to contend.
No, he didn't win, but man, Lee Westwood playing some really good golf, and he hopes he can continue that next week down in Palm Beach Gardens.
We're just trying to get a little white ball into a little white hole. It's fun to be doing a job that I love and that I've done for 28 years, and I'm still doing it. There's no downside, really. I didn't deserve to win today because I didn't hit the ball well enough.
So Lee Westwood comes up just short of becoming the second oldest to win the Players' Championship. The number one distinction, of course, goes to Ponte Vedra's own Fred Funk. At TPC Sawgrass, Stuart Weber, Action Sports Jacks.
Man, what a perfect week weather-wise, right? Course-wise for the players in 2021. And despite the fan restrictions, saw plenty of folks around the course this week. Let's bring Brent Martineau in for more right now. Brent, I mean, after what happened last year, what a wonderful week. And, gosh, I can't wait for 2022, and hopefully all the fans will be allowed back.
Dan, I think it's such a pride of everybody here in Northeast Florida. I mean, whether you're watching in your living room, on the couch, or on the back lanai on a day like today on TV, or you're here, it's pretty cool that this takes place in our backyard. And once you got around 17 late in the day, there was quite the crowd.
Yeah, there was.
There's a lot of pressure in the line.
I've always liked playing 17. It's been good to me.
I don't know what to say. I mean, that was an epic fail.
So he had 25 balls in the water on day number one, just 8 yesterday, and 10 more today. So overall for the golf tournament, how about 66 balls in the water here at the 2021 Players Championship? More than last year, but certainly not the most ever here at this event. I think Dan touched on it too. 16, 17, 18 late in the day when everybody else was off the rest of the course. It felt like a big crowd, but nowhere near the buzz it usually is here at the Players Championship, maybe in 2022 when everybody's allowed back in. But nice job once again by the PGA Tour, the players, and all the fans that came out to watch it that could.
Great days here so far. Got to see some great golfers and, quite a few surprises here today. It's been fun, that's for sure.
And this guy's about to take our job someday. That's 14-year-old Noah Schlitzup. He co-hosted the radio show Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 earlier in the week from the Players Championship. He's phenomenal. Go check out Noah on his YouTube page and check us out tomorrow. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, 3 o'clock until 6 o'clock. Austin Lane will be back fresh off his victory in the cage on Saturday. We'll talk more about the players and free agency tomorrow at 3.
And look at these guys. What are we doing out there? We're having a good time is what we're doing. My goodness. Brent and Stuart making their way across the course today, enjoying themselves.
Hey, what about some of the names that you know who are from here and play around here and maybe grew up here, like Tyler McCumber? We've talked about him all week long. He was a first-timer in the Players' Championship, although he's played this course hundreds of times because he grew up right here, Nice High School graduate. And McCumber had a heck of a debut, finishes 2 under par today, 5 under in his Players' Championship debut. Remember, his dad won it back in 1988, but a heck of a week for Tyler McCumber.
It was great to have my family out there. It was so exciting to have all my buddies and just old teammates, old classmates. Pretty much everybody that lives here came out and supported me, and it was, I appreciate that. You know, we're always on the road and in new towns, and it's a different feeling to play in front of a home crowd, and it was amazing.
Good for him. Tyler McCumber, good dude, and very good tournament here at the Players' Championship for Tyler. Let's see what some of the other locals did. Cameron Smith's now a resident here in Jacksonville as well. He finishes top 20. McCumber, there's that tied for 22nd. Alonto Griffin, he lives over in Atlantic Beach, 3 under par. Billy Horschel, tough day today, 1 over, and Russell Knox was 4 over here on a Sunday. We didn't even make the cut with our picks. Stuart Weber still mad about it. Myself, Patrick Cantlay, terrible pick.
Oh, no.
But here you go again, Dan. Bryson DeChambeau, you had a chance. We're just glad you didn't win the whole thing because we'd never hear the end of it.
No, of course you wouldn't hear the end of it. And but, yeah, DeChambeau, you know, listen, he's playing great golf. He looked like he had his A game. It's tough to win back-to-back on this PGA Tour, but I thought if anybody could do it, maybe DeChambeau could. But really, it was a tough week to pick, man. There are a lot of good players who didn't even get to Saturday.
Yeah, it's like the Daytona 500, really.
Yeah.
Like anybody could win it. You saw all different styles of games. Justin Thomas, though, one of the best games in the world, gets it done. He wins the 2021 Players' Championship. That will wrap up our coverage from here.
Action Sports Jax Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.